What's up? How are people so fast? It's so wild. I'm not even able to share the stream. Hopefully everything is okay. My PC recently has a lot of issues, as well as my internet, so hope everything is fine. Hope you are fine. We have 4 sets today. 4 sets left because I want to keep one for tomorrow. Kind of want to use Claydol. Kind of want to use it the entire time. But I have notifications. I thought it already. Boomburst, let's go. Hell yeah. I can't wait for Boomburst. Honestly. Rework, thanks for reaching all that I know now. Teaching. Mostly teaching. Thanks for hanging out here. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the nice messages. Especially at times like these where Niantic is basically just trying to beat us down. I appreciate it, and I don't appreciate that my screen just froze, but that's only a small issue that I have to fix. Okay, it's going to be fine, hopefully. Hi y'all! Hope you're all fine. Niantic going to kill... I mean, they're not going to kill it with that. Like, people are kinda talking too much crap about it as well. Like, it's not going to kill the game. But, like, it's not going to help the game either. Like, it's for sure as well. Actually, the sad thing is, I really find the season interesting. I think the season would have been really good if they just gave us some half-decent move updates. Like, the entire season schedule, having a ton of new Pokemon, like, not Pokemon, but a ton of new cups coming up. All of that looks really, really nice, but, yeah, like, the rest doesn't. Like, why do you not give us any single update for Pokemon or moves? Like, I don't understand that. No one gonna use the Boomburst thing? Here's the thing, like, usually I showcase everything that's coming in new. Also, the chat is having problems again. I still don't know how to fix that one. StreamX is just having... I don't know. Don't know how this works. But yeah, just... We'll see. I just refreshed that one now. But yeah, in general, I don't actually do understand why they do that all. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. There's stuff that I heard. I'm not going to say what I heard as well because I don't really want to get people in trouble. So, like, I'm not going to say anything. But it seems like they actually wanted to change a lot of stuff, but they just didn't at the end of the day for some interesting reasoning, so... Wonder. What do you think should have been the changes? One thing, I think Metal Claw should have been buffed. Metal Claw should have get some more energy generation, for sure, in my opinion. Another one would be counter being 1 damage less. I think there's no other option to nerf Mage him a little bit other than getting counter 1 less damage. The thing is, counter is still a good move then. Like, counter would be then the same as Poison Jab. I don't think anybody here in the chat would say, oh, Poison Jab is such a bad fast move. Counter right now is exceptional in terms of what it does, is the only fast move, I think. For example, Shadow Claw is most likely the best or one of the best fast moves as well. But you still have Volt Switch, which does do the same, but takes double the amount of turns. So, yeah. Yeah, the leak is in the chat there as well. Recall all cancelled. I think there was even more. Yeah. But that's something that I definitely would have changed. I would have gave some Pokemon some more moves, which you have right now, like, not sadly. Yeah, me trying using Gimmigoo. Kind of want to use Claydol today. Looks like an interesting, very neutral lead there. And... do we use Gardevoir? Do I have a Gardevoir? I thought I have a Gardevoir. Yeah, okay, I do have one Gardevoir. Registeel say stop? Yeah. Let's try that out. Do you know why they didn't? There is a rumor why they didn't. Because people leaked stuff before and I think they want to get like leakers out of there or whatever. But not sure about that one, if that's actually the reason. My beloved Ghost needs a buff. That's also one thing. I would have loved to see a buff for... That's a very neutral tier, by the way. I would have loved to see a buff for the Ghost move Astonish or Hex. Both of them are really mediocre right now, and I have no idea why they don't boost that stuff up. Goes up the Mega Jinko. I think the leaks were fake. They changed a lot of stuff around last minute. There were a lot of things changing from what I've heard. I don't think they were fake. I think they just decided to do completely different things all of a sudden because stuff already went outside. What's up, Darksider? All the people that I know from chat anyway. Thanks for hanging out today. Last four sets for today, of course, for this season, but yeah, I actually, like, I'm kinda lost for words for what happened there. It's kinda wild, like, honestly, after especially the last season where we had a lot of changes, but not really a lot happened, even though, like, we had, like, the wing attack buff, I guess, actually was only last season as far as I know. Feels like already like half a year ago or something. I think the wing attack buff was only in the last season. Which I guess changed then a lot, but I feel like when you look at the meta for the competitive tournaments, the Pokemon are pretty much the same, just that you have a little bit more often Noctowl now, which is not really the best change either. But it's wild. I played the last few days Zangoose, Sableye, and Pelipper. Actually, yeah, Zangoose, I had two people sending me battles with Zangoose as well, but I didn't have the time slot anymore because we had Gimmighoul release, which was where the time slot for Zangoose gameplay would have been. So that was not really a thing for me, sadly. But Zangoose, very cool Pokemon for this meta. Definitely like that. No move updates, no spice buffs. Yeah, like this is the thing as well. You can do move updates also that are not affecting the in general the meta too much, as I can just go in here. Yeah, goodbye there. As we've seen also before. But why do you not just make something that's spicy but decently spicy? Like, why do you have to do something that's like just horrible in general? Like, I don't understand that one. I think we already have him on range for the Earth Pulse. I think I'm just going to let this move go through. That's like, you could just give some other Pokemon just some other random move, like a Pokemon that's pretty spicy in general, like, I don't know, Octillery or whatever, like some random stuff that's not really good in the meta right now. Just give it a random move that's pretty decent, that doesn't really completely buff it up to a point where it would be complete meta or whatever, but just give it something that is actually usable. Why do you give it like Boomburst? Boomburst in general from the beginning was already a stupid idea because his move was basically so badly designed that the damage output from the move was basically not there. Like, this thing is not even a good charge move. It's not even a good charge move, even though like in the main series games it does a ton of damage. It's a very cool charge move there. We don't even get debuffed here, which is nice. But in Pokemon Go, they made it a pretty mid-tier, very high energy move, which just didn't make sense even for Community Day. Like, why? It just doesn't make sense. I managed to get now 2 times Legend with the same Ultra League team. I feel like I'm done with trying. But about the changes, yeah. I guess, I think like a lot of people are going to be like, I might not want to play this season. Which I can understand. By the way, this team doesn't make sense because we lose to Swampert, which I just realized, but it's fine. Yeah, it's kind of wild. I agree with your comment on your video. They done a job worth. Yeah, it's like, honestly, like if you saw my video, I think you saw how disappointed I was as well with that. I really was thinking that we're gonna get an insanely good season because of the cups that were already leaked. Like, there were a lot of cups that got leaked, which I thought was really, really nice, but like turns out, I guess this was not really something that helped the season too much. As we're going to be able to farm down the opponent here, which is nice. But yeah, like, I really wish, I'm just going to shield here, I think it's how you play it, I don't know. I really wish that it wasn't just the cups that are good. Also, what I kind of found funny is that they just skipped completely a day of Go Battle weekend. Like, they only have 2 Go Battle days instead. Before, I think, early season, I think we had 3 Go Battle days. Then we went to 1 Go Battle day and 1 Go Battle weekend. And now we are at 1 Go Battle day and another Go Battle day. That's really nice. Thanks for that. Like, literally just going downhill even further. Most like next season we have like 1 Go Battle day and then the one afterwards we don't have any. Now you even have a research where you can pay for to get some more Stardust. There's so much potential in the game. This is like the thing that annoys me the most. Also, not only on this area in Go Battle League, but also outside of it. It's interesting that they go for that move, by the way. There's so much potential that they just waste. Like, so much also marketing potential, like covering like stuff for influencers as well, or whatever. Like, I also tried to get partnered before, not like some secret or whatever. But like, they don't care about Go Battle League in general. I can tell you that in general as well. They don't see Go Battle League as a separate thing as well, where like they want to try to focus on it or try to improve it from what I've heard so far. But also, like, in general, their support for that is like, even for the people that are currently partnered, it feels like they don't have any idea how to really support creators. They don't really do anything extra for that, and they basically have the same system running for now 4 or 5 years, and they didn't change anything. They didn't try to improve on it. They're just trying to basically cash grab the game right now for a long time. It's wild. It's just wild. About the Stardust, is me or the Stardust plus they don't get 20 sets? What? What do you want to see? What do you think about Regidrago, Regidrago? Will they be meta in your opinion? No. If you go by the current moves that are in the game, okay, this is a God of War, that's fine for me. If you go by the current moves that are in the game, Regidrago has occasion, I think it has the Lock-On and Thunderbolt, and I think Hyper Beam is a coverage move only. I think it has Thunderbolt, and Hyper Beam, but Lock-On, which is decent. But Regidrago has currently Bite as a fast move. Bite is the only fast move that it learns in the code right now. In the games itself, it doesn't learn Lock-On, so like, don't expect that this Pokemon ever would get Lock-On. This is not possible. But it would at least be able to learn Dragon Breath, which would have been way better. Another move that it could learn, which it doesn't have right now, would be Breaking Swipe. So if they give it Dragon Breath and Breaking Swipe, this Pokemon would become meta, or like half decent at least, for the Great and Ultra League. Not so much for the Master League, of course. But it has definitely better stats for those leagues compared to the other Pokemon, which was, okay, I can go for this Ice Beam here, which was the Regidrago, which is very squishy. This Pokemon is going to be insanely squishy, so I wouldn't really expect that anybody really would use it other than for memes. What I'm going to do, like, of course I'm going to go outside again at 11, where they usually spawn. I think, like, for those raids I actually get some community members together as well, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to showcase those Pokemon for sure. I should be there as well for both days, hopefully. I think there is no regional at those times. But also, I'm most likely going to quit doing regionals. I've been to a lot of regionals, I think 3 so far. But unless they are super close to me and super convenient to get to, I'm most likely going to quit doing regionals for the unseeable future. I'm already there at the next one in the Netherlands. I'm also there for the EUIC, but that's going to be it for me for regionals, because they decided to put every time we have a regional, like a community day there, which I love to showcase for the channel. Like, I love to do that, but I cannot do it there because I have to battle. And for me, using my money that I earn to basically play in a meta that I don't like is just not worth it. I rather go on like different days where I actually can also do it better for the job that I have here right now. I would just go and travel somewhere else, which is not related to Pokemon. It just seems way more convenient. Thoughts on what the Togekiss community move should be? Most likely Fairy Wind. Most likely a fast move. I think Fairy Wind is the one that seems to be the most obvious here. I don't think that there's going to be anything else. It could be the case they might give it Aura Sphere as well, which would be cool because this move has basically 0 use right now. It's not the worst move, but just it's only on one Pokemon, and on this Pokemon it's not really the best move. So Aura Sphere would also be making a lot of sense there, but other than that, I don't really know. Fairy Wind plus Fly Togetic. I don't think they're going to give Fly anytime soon to other Pokemon than Pikachu. I think that was just for them a meme for Pikachu, even though I feel like they should give it to way more Pokemon. Is it just me, or is Fairy Wind consistently terrible? I actually think Fairy Wind is decent. I mean, Fairy Wind is the same as Mudshot. The same as Mudshot, the same as Psycho Cut, the same as Thunder Shock. So it's a very decent fast move itself. It just depends on the Pokemon where you have it on, of course. Can you catch a move here? No. but we can farm down. Goodbye. That's all that also works, I guess. Oh god, no, not Sableye. That doesn't work, I guess. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know. This season itself, just the post itself for the new season was already enough for me. Holy hell, like, so many mistakes on that one website. I have never seen anything like that. It's wild. It just, I don't know if they don't care about PvP because it's something that you mainly at least do inside, but also you have to grind for PvP. Like, it's not that you can do everything inside anyway, so I don't really understand the reasoning for pushing that so far back and not really caring about it. I don't understand it really. Fly is a drill run clone. Yeah, drill run's a very good fast move, charge move there, but right now they don't really want to give that away, I guess. I can love Claydol. Claydol's actually a cool Pokemon. I like it as well. It's pretty decent, bulky. But yeah, right now it is a wild. I think I'm going to lose this one sadly here because I don't get to another charge move in time. Good game there. This team doesn't make sense, by the way. I just put something together. Why is Claydol on Confusion? Lol, because Confusion gives you a better energy generation than Mudslap, and there are flyers available, which we cannot try to KO with Ice Beam. And so Confusion seems to be the better way. I'm also going to use a star piece after this one because I reached the 3 rins there, which is kind of nice. I'm just going to use those stuff here right now because it's just worth it for the time being where we have like the higher Stardust rewards. But yeah, it's just kind of awkward. What do you think for the Melmetal special move? I already made a video on the channel for it. If you haven't seen that, you can check that out. It's already basically leaked in the code, I think, how much energy it costs. It's a cross-chop clone, which I think is exactly what this Pokemon didn't need. So I don't really think it's going to be the best move for it. It's not going to be horrible. It's not going to be completely unplayable or anything like this, but it's not going to be a good one either. So it might give it a little bit more play against Zacian or something like this. It gives it a little bit more play to stall out the clock if you're like in a matchup that you don't want to be, because you get the Illyria after 4 Thunder Shocks as far as we know so far. But yeah. Do we know Gholdengo's moveset yet? Yes, we do. It's going to be Astonish, it's going to be Hex, it's going to be Shadow Ball, it's going to be the Dazzling Gleam, and it's going to be the Focus Blast. Which is, I guess, okay-ish for it. The best move that it could have had otherwise would have been Psyshock. But especially for Gholdengo, I wish that we had like a move update for Astonish or the Hex, because yeah, like for this Pokemon itself, Hex just doesn't do enough damage. Astonish is just completely horrible anyway. It just doesn't really make too much sense to have those moves on this Pokemon. It doesn't learn anything else, by the way, as fast moves. Like the other fast moves it would learn would be Tackle or Charge Beam. So those are kind of out of the question anyway, because those are horrible moves. But yeah, I expect nothing from Niantic. I'm still disappointed. This is the thing as well. Like I actually feel like the season is totally underrated. I think it would be a really good season. But the issue with it though is, okay, sure, I stopped out here way early. I don't know what I'm doing. The issue with it though is that the moveset is just like horrible. Like if they just changed the movesets for some Pokemon, just try to spice up the meta a little bit, give us something different than what we used to, we would have been totally fine, because I feel like the cups and whatever, like we actually get some interesting stuff with that one, but it's just not worth it. It's just not really worth it if you have the open metas being completely stale, the tournaments being completely stale. The only thing that they can do, which we don't know about yet, is releasing new Pokemon that can change it up. I heard some rumors about Skiddo coming, which is a cool Pokemon that can break some stuff, but also the stats itself are just not really enough to carry itself through it. I think it has like around the same bulk as Tapu Fini, but it has access to the moves Vine Whip, Leaf Blade, as well as Rock Slide, which is going to be pretty decent for coverage against Flying type Pokemon. But yeah, it's going to be interesting if that's going to make a change. I don't really think it will, but it's still going to be an interesting Pokemon to go in there. We actually got a Latias. I didn't know about us getting legendaries here. I haven't had a legendary for ages. I actually don't know when my last legendary from Go Battle League is. Cannot show it either because I usually throw them away pretty fast. But yeah. I wonder if they still have an employee shortage. They definitely got rid of some employees for the Go Battle League section. I know about that one. But that's something that's kind of open as well. Actually a pretty decent one, but don't really need it. It's trash season 14. It is. In terms of movesets at least, like like still I'm kinda happy about the cups that are coming out. I kinda feel like that's kinda going under right now for obvious reasons. Of course, I'm not saying that this shouldn't go under right now, but I feel like the cup's going to be very, very interesting. At least for those, I'm kind of excited. But I cannot really prepare for them yet because Poke doesn't have them in yet, as far as I know. I'm still going to have to prepare for it before Poke has them in, though, so kind of awkward. They didn't show the new pose yet, right? Yeah, they didn't show that yet. Maybe for also trying to not have the debacle thingy that they had last time, which was a pose that had to be changed afterwards. That was kind of funny though. But yeah, they had to change the pose in the middle of the season because people were complaining for obvious reasons. Yeah. Can you address this landed is unbanned in Element Cup? They might just ban it later on. If they leave it unbanned, it's kind of awkward. I definitely agree with that one. I didn't even see that, but like good shout there. Slandered completely overpowered for that one. They banned obvious ones in specific matters, but not Pokemon of the same typings as those banned. Yeah, exactly. I also said this in my video as well, which I didn't really understand too much. You ban Swampert in the one cup where Mud Boys would completely destroy it, but you still have like Wishcase, you still have like a lot of other Mud Boys floating around right now. So, like, I don't really understand the reasoning for that one, but you do you, Niantic, you do you. I think the opponent has to have Regidrago in the back at this point of time. They have Ice Punch, I think. They have Power Punch here. It's gonna go into my Gardevoir. Can take one move, right? Easy. Is it supposed to be banned? Also banned Cobalion. Interesting, like Premier. Was it a Premier edition? No, like it wasn't Premier edition which banned Cobalion, right? Like the cup coming up next, I didn't take a look at this yet. Okay, this is good that we have this here because I really don't like to see that on the other Pokemon. The cup coming up next is it actually a Premier Cup? I thought it was just a normal cup where you have the Dragon, Fairies, and Steel type Pokemon. Thought it was just a normal one. Can we get to the move? No, we cannot get to the move. Thanks for that. It's going to be a difficult one. It's going to be definitely a difficult one. But yeah. It's normal, but the league said Premier. Okay. Yeah, like Reggie going to be completely busted for that cup, which is fine for me. I have a very good Reggie, and that's totally okay for me. But like for the balance of the meta, it's going to be difficult. Also, what's going to be difficult? Yeah, Fantasy Cup. Going to be this match here, so I'm going to quit out of this because they're going to shield this move up and they're going to outspeed me to the next one. I can still stay in actually. We don't have to rush here, but yeah, I think I could have won this game if I played it a little bit better. Garchomp only Dragon viable in that cup? No. If it's a Premier Cup, I guess maybe, but you also have Flygon, which is better anyway. But what would be viable is also just Giratina. Giratina would be just pure bulk of that thing is enough. I actually don't think it's a Premier. Let me look at that site real quick if it's actually a Premier Cup meta, because I also didn't see it, and it wouldn't make sense if they ban Legendary then. So I don't think it is. It's not. Yeah, okay. So I don't have to take a look at this at the site then, I guess. Why do I stay in here? I have no idea. I'm going to swap out now. 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. Escaf, Galarian, Weezing, and Slurpuff looks broken. True, like Slurpuff going to be very strong in general just because of the fire coverage. Same with Galarian, Weezing. Escavalier as well, being able to break basically everything. Going to be an interesting one. I haven't taken a look at this yet. I'm going to do this after the stream though, so I will not really prolong the stream either because I can't because I have to do some stuff for tomorrow. As we're going to have all the new metas coming out. But of course I don't get the debuff here. Why game? Why? But it's going to be a little bit of a wild one. I think a ride is the only way to deal with this move changes. It's going to be interesting. Like while I kind of agree with it, I kind of feel like they don't care. Like, honestly, I don't think they really care too much about it, which is kind of sad, but I don't think they care. So it really depends then. It really depends if Riot really helps here. I have to swap out here, kind of. Let me see. Attack Valve, finally. And we see the Registeel coming in, which I expected in the back, but I should be able to hopefully reach a Shadow Ball in time. It would be at least nice. No, I don't. They get to it. No. Exactly. But still going to shield it. If it's not Premier Cup, then yeah. It's going to be a Giratina plus Reggie Cup for sure. Like, it's going to be also pay to win with a Reggie because fully XL Reggie is completely busted. But have fun with that. Of course I still survive it because they debuffed me. How could they? They still get to a move as well. That's going to be a tough one to win. I don't think this is possible to win, but who knows. Zapkin coming through. Have to catch a move here. Oh, do I even get there? Okay, that doesn't work with catching a move, I think. Oh, okay, yeah, this is game over. Bye. Excadrill isn't banned though. True, Excadrill is also kind of nice. Actually, I have an Excadrill built for the Old League as well. So, I am well prepared. Well prepared. What do you think about is the next Shadow Legendary? It's kind of leaked already. It's going to be Shadow Regis, which is an interesting one. Shadow Regis, not too crazy either. Most likely, I don't think Great League is available at that point. I don't know if there's a cup available. I'm most likely going to do some franchises again on Twitter. Because I don't think there's a different way to get that done. But maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Oh, he doesn't even want to throw. That's very nice of him. But yeah, it's going to be Regis. I'm just going to get the shield back here, right? Oh no, I'm going to leave it. Yeah, Power Punch. Good thing that I left it. I didn't really want to deal with that anyway. I should have went to Reggie. Why did I go into my Cradle? That didn't make sense. I expect them to have a fairy in the back though, like Altaria. Altaria is a very good fairy, by the way. Not a fairy in the back, but Altaria in the back. That would most likely make a lot of sense. They already have 2 Ironheads. That was kind of stupid by me. Do you think Niantic have given up on Go Battle League? Have given up? No, but like they have a different priority. Oh, it's going to be Swampert in the back. That's even worse. Nice. They are looking into more in-person stuff, I guess. Well, they don't really realize, I think, how much in-person Go Battle League kinda is. So, it's kinda nice. It's kinda doesn't work like that, but okay. Do they go for... I don't know. I actually have to let this move go through, I think. But, like, you have, like, a lot of in-person stuff with the PvP scene anyway. Like, you have the tournaments where you go to, okay, this game is over. What a nice time. Like, going 4-1 and now going 0-3 already. But... yeah, they focus more on like in-person events right now, as you see as well with Vegas, which was, honestly, Vegas was also something where I was just super annoyed as at least a creator, because locking all the new stuff behind there, then putting in as well a Mega Master League directly after that, before it's available for the public, is completely busted. Like, I saw so many people who went to Vegas, just climbed 700 points in 2 days, because nobody had anything to answer the primals, which were just way too broken. So, that was a wild one, but yeah, that's just the Niantic way, I guess. I need some recommendations for Great League because I don't even have any open matches this season. I'm going to make a video for the Open Great League and the other cup tomorrow as well, so like stay tuned for that. I'm not going to say anything about the comment in the chat, by the way. But that's kind of funny. But yeah, I saw a lot of people hitting Legend, or like in general having great runs with the Primals. For obvious reasons, they are very strong. But yeah, funny. But yeah, the Pokemon are just way too strong in general. Then we had the bug as well, which was kind of funny, where actually my video kind of caused them, because like I tagged some Niantic people and they asked me in DMs if I could explain how the bug works. So after that, they turned down the Master League, which is kind of then my fault, which is kind of funny, but it's kind of funny. But yeah, we're going to be able to hopefully go into play it all here and win this all. Shift V, hi Shift V, goodbye Shift V. But I actually think the next season is going to be better than people expect right now. I think people kind of see it a little bit too black and white. Of course, I am not really looking forward to the upcoming regionals though, because they're going to be as stale as ever. I'm not going to bring, by the way, full meta teams, I think, for my regionals where I'm going to attend, for the one in the Netherlands and for the one in London, because I feel like I'm not a good player with full meta teams. I am just not good enough for that one. I think you have to really know all the matchups for those. So I'm mostly going to play something a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more funny, while still having, of course, some meta picks in there. You cannot go completely without meta. But, for example, this one dude was also really cool that went, I think, 3rd or something in Bochum, where they had Lurantis, which was a really cool pick. Lurantis was also something I was looking into before. Very cool pick for that. But like, stuff like this is something that I kind of want to try as well. Buy a Switch, too lazy to shift PvP meta. Yeah, true. The buy a Switch thing is also kind of funny. Or like, not really funny, but Party had Rampel on my team. I already had the video at least for that out. But yeah, like giving nobody the opportunity to really get the Pokemon without a Switch right now is kind of the Niantic way. I'm not really surprised about this. For me at least, I can get this, but this is the thing as well. Like for me, I like to showcase my stuff as early as possible, as I think everybody knows in the chat. So I always put a shit ton of effort in for staying up super late to get like raids done and all that good stuff, or like grinding now outside the entire time for this new Pokemon. But for me, for this one, it's kind of awkward, because I know I mostly won't be the first to showcase that, even though I put in all the effort, because people were like able to recently just spoof through those golden stops, get all the stuff, and like as soon as you do that, like someone going to showcase it eventually, and that's gonna go over. And yeah, for me, even though I'm gonna go outside every day now, going to try my best, I bet people are going to have that before me as well already. Mostly not through legal ways, but thanks for the $10 donation. That's wild. Thanks so much. Like, thanks a lot. I don't expect anybody to donate, by the way. I appreciate it, of course, but thanks so much for the donation. I appreciate it. Now that you've seen this update, what, in your opinion, is the best update you remember? Mine is when we didn't have to walk through battle law. Actually, back in the day, I was actually kind of wild when this happened. I actually don't know, if I would think about an update, I would think about like more move updates or something like that. It's kind of, I actually don't really know. I think when they added legendaries in the rewards was the best update for me, which wasn't then a move update in general. But I don't think they started in with having legendaries in there, and then they put it in when like COVID hit as well. And you were able to actually get legendary super easy back in the day. Like I think it was around like a 20% rate or something for them. And that was basically the coolest thing there for me, because you were able to get so many legendaries, and through that I also got my Shundo Mewtwo. But otherwise, for I think PvP move updates, I don't really know which one I found like the coolest there. I actually didn't mind the Wing Attack update if there wasn't a Noctowl. I think Wing Attack update is really cool if there wasn't a Noctowl. But Noctowl is there, so it's kind of awkward. Quick Attack update is actually kind of cool as well. There's some stuff that I kind of want to try out with that as well, which is kind of nice. Instantly would have been a good season with Metal Claw Astonish buff, yeah. Exactly, this is the thing. I don't even expect like the huge update where everything changes or whatever, but just give us something that is not like completely irrelevant. I mean, Surf on Jellicent is something that one would say, okay, you can do that. It's pretty decent, especially in like restricted metas. It's not going to be super good for like any tournaments or anything like this, but like that's kind of like a spice update, I would say. But like giving us nothing basically with Boom Burst updates, I don't understand this one. I just don't. It just doesn't make sense to me. And then they don't even give Swallow Boom Burst. Like give Swallow Boom Burst, man. Or Chatot. It's just, yeah. Like give us, like if they give us just some spicy updates, I am totally okay with that. Give me all of them. Totally fine. But like otherwise, I don't understand it really. I actually really don't understand what they thought about that one. Be a dumb question for sure, but I want to know why you start playing and streaming Pokemon Go over other mobile games. I actually started Pokemon Go in general playing 2016 immediately when it came out. Actually, before it came out, like in the Pokemon that I caught first, which I still have as a Gengar there in my inventory right now. This was before the game was actually out in my country, which is kind of cool. And I only started doing content like streaming and YouTube and anything like this because people asked me to. I was hitting like rank 1 on the leaderboards pretty easily the seasons before, or like rank 3, and the other 2 above me were cheating. Or was happened in the Master League before. There was like a bug, like it's not cheating directly, but there was like a bug where if you forfeit basically 100 plus battles in a row, your multiplier, you get basically a multiplier on the points that you gain, which got people way easier, way higher up in the leaderboards. But yeah, that's the old story. But like I was really good at PvP back in the day, mostly better than I am right now, because I'm not really tryharding anymore. And people asked me just to upload some footage, like they didn't even ask me to stream or whatever, so I uploaded some footage on YouTube. You're still going to find the footage on YouTube as well. I didn't commentate for at least, I think, 6 months or something on YouTube in general, because I didn't take it serious. I was doing university, I didn't try to be a content creator at all. That was never my intention. I just wanted to give people some gameplay and show how I play, because people asked me for it. And then we are here where we are right now, basically. Everything evolved from that. I turned to YouTube actually. I was only streaming in the beginning and I only uploaded like gameplay on YouTube. I only really went to YouTube because of some health issues, which I currently don't have, but I like kind of get it sometimes where I cannot really look at screens for too long. Or like I get dizzy and whatever. It's not really the nicest thing. And so for me, it was okay to make a 50-minute YouTube video, but it wasn't okay for me to stream for 2 hours, basically. And so I started doing YouTube more commonly there and more often, and commentate as well, which is kind of wild, of course, commentating YouTube videos, who would do that. And now we're here where we are. But yeah, I have never intended to be a content creator or doing anything on the internet like this, or doing this currently as my full-time job. There was never anything I ever expected or wanted to do either. So it's just some random stuff that came there. You do YouTube full-time? Yes, I do YouTube full-time right now. For me right now, I was finished during university for my bachelor. I was doing YouTube. I earned pretty decently for YouTube. Basically, like I cannot dare say figures or whatever. It's not that it's crazy high, because the gaming industry for YouTube doesn't give you as much ad revenue as, for example, I think like lifestyle and like all that stuff, or like fashion. I think also has like way higher earnings from advertisement. As well as I don't do placements yet. I might do some placements eventually, because it's just worth it. Basically, for placement, I would get as much as for like 3-4 videos or something. Or like more actually, for like a week basically. And not just a week, like 5 days or something work of worth for just one placement. So maybe start doing them. I don't really like to do them because I'm not really the person that wants to sell people stuff. But it's just worth it theoretically, and like kind of making a living out of this right now is kind of. But yeah, I got some decent money. I didn't really want to start doing my masters immediately. I can still do my masters, and I most likely still will do my masters as soon as this goes down here. So like I have a backup plan. I have my my bachelor already completely done, so I'm safe from that. I'm just doing that because it's currently fun and because I currently can do it. Do you ever stream on Twitch? I stopped streaming on Twitch and started streaming on YouTube because I took a break for like 1.5 years because I was doing my thesis and had like the final year basically of university, and I didn't really want to do streaming in general, because streaming takes usually a little bit more time than again of your day, because you're still going to YouTube. It's just extra here. And so I stopped doing that on Twitch, and my YouTube grew in the same time a lot. So as I didn't do anything on Twitch anymore and YouTube was getting bigger and bigger, I decided to like, okay, why would I go back to Twitch now? Like, it doesn't really make too much sense when everything that I do is on this platform here already. There is no real reason for me to go back to Twitch and stream on there. So Twitch has a better interface. For example, the chat here is so scuffed because YouTube doesn't give you a good option to make it not scuffed. So that's kind of the reason for that one. And yeah, like the in general interface for YouTube is kind of horrible. The way they do it is kind of horrible, but still I have all the people here, so I feel like I kind of have to stay here. But I'm fine with that. Like I'm happy streaming on YouTube as well. It's kind of more niche than anything else. What's up, Grabi? We will see what we can do in the future, though. Who knows? Who knows? Well, I know that we're going to lose this match here because I have a Gardevoir on the back. But yeah, I used to stream on Twitch, and now I'm streaming on YouTube. Hope you get 50k subs this year. I hope I get 50k subs this next season already. I'm pretty sure I should be able to do that. Even though the season doesn't look too good, I think I should be able to get up to 50k there for the next one, which is nice. What did you do for university? I see somewhere there. What do you do for university? I study most likely informatics, so like I can program stuff. Most likely not as crazy good. That's why I also kind of want to do a master again, because my stuff wasn't directly completely only that. But yeah, I was mainly doing programming, but also like design, for example. I was part design, part programming, part photography, which I didn't really enjoy too much. That's why I went mainly for programming. But you were like my study was kind of free-ish. Like you could decide what you wanted to do after like 2 years in. Like the first 2 years were kind of scripted, and then afterwards you can choose whatever you wanted to do. You had to do like certain stuff, of course, but you were able to choose kind of freely, which was really nice. So whatever you found the most interesting or like enjoyable for yourself in the first 2 years, you were able to advance in for the next 1.5 years, which was kind of nice. Like I definitely liked what I studied, and I think that was a good one for me. And I'm going to do the master's then as well in like something that's similar, but right now I actually don't know if I want to do my master's again in the upcoming one, like in September. Depends on how YouTube goes. Like literally, if YouTube dies for me over the summer, which can happen, of course, can happen every time, I'm gonna go study again. Otherwise, I might still take a year of a break, just work on YouTube and have a great time. Hawlucha just got leaked? Okay. Where did they leak Hawlucha? Also just got told that Hawlucha is going to be a good one. That we still might get no... What did I just get told? Big chances we also get no buffs or nerfs for the next season. That's very nice. I guess they want to keep it the same. Why do I go for Ice Beam here? That doesn't make sense. They might want to keep it the same for the upcoming tournaments again. I guess I want to keep the meta for the next Worlds, which is amazing. EV Spotlight Hour. Where was it leaked? Let me see where it was leaked. Okay, this is horrible, of course. Why do they have always Gardevoir as well against me? I don't like that. How did I just confusion down a Sableye? How does this make sense? I'm just completely confused right now. I'm just looking through Twitter. Okay, does someone check on... I'm not on this server. I am on basically no server for Discord. I don't see anything here. That's a French one. I have a link. Just DM me on Twitter if you want to. Like anybody who has any information, just DM me on Twitter. That would be amazing. I just checked your Twitter DM with your Corfish, but actually, like if you by the way try to DM me on Twitter and I don't respond, this is going to happen a lot of times. I have at least like 200 people still open in DMs on Twitter. Like for me, if you really want to ask me something or whatever, please don't DM me on Twitter. Please just make a post on Twitter, tag me in it, and it's way more likely for me to answer that than DMing me. It's way more likely for me because I don't like to start opening DMs for stuff that's not really relevant too much. Because I have literally so many questions on Twitter, it's wild. Earthquake, that's kind of wild. But if Hawlucha got leaked, then I might do a video after the stream as well about that one. No Mexico only? Oh, come on. Ugh. You saw a video about Hawlucha before? It's only Mexico. Someone living in Mexico, please send me footage, thanks. Why? It's like insane as a regional, like this is going to be one of the most meta-breaking Pokemon as a regional. It's... Oh no. Like it's going to be super wild to have that thing for competitive play. Like it's going to be one of the best Pokemon to have. It's going to be completely busted, and people who get that through some other, I don't know, interesting ways, going to have a great time with it. Good thing that we never get debuffs here, by the way, with our Pokemon. I'm going to just forfeit here because this thing going to completely wreck my team now. Never played PvP until recently. I was doing it to get the Gladion pose and clothes after hitting rank 20, but I've never gotten it. You think it's because I tanked? You have to go to rank 24 for the pose. Not 20. That's most likely why. You think Pokemon Go is growing? No. Right now, like, I don't really see why it would grow. Yeah, it was 2 seasons back. Did they change the moveset for it? Like, that's the thing. Like, if they changed the moveset for it, then it's different. Lucha, yeah, okay. Also, someone just said it to me, but this is completely stupid again. Like, honestly, like, why? Like, why do you make it a regional? It just doesn't make sense at all. Oh, man. Also, here, this is an amazing matchup against the Deoxys. They literally only have resisted moves. I mean, I wouldn't say giving up or whatever, but it's not really the best one. Going to be there for Carlos too. I can't wait, honestly. I hope that we maybe get it for like GoFest or something, because I'm gonna be at GoFest no matter what. I hear leaks for the GoFest as well for where they're going to be. Don't know if they're true, but going to be an interesting one there, of course. Yeah, I know. Like, it has Flying Press Wing Attack, which is going to be completely busted, especially after Wing Attack got buffed there. Also, like, before it had Poison Jab, which was actually better than Wing Attack, but now Wing Attack got boosted, and, like, it's going to be one of the best Pokemon to use right now in competitive play. So as soon as you're going to see this Pokemon in a regional in Europe or whatever, it might be a little bit sus, but also that Pokemon going to completely wreck the meta right now. Like, it beats Galarian Stunfisk, it beats the Medicham, it has play against a Trevenant, it has play against basically everything in the current meta, and of course my opponent gets no debuff again. Is it already available? Is it currently catchable? But like, it's just so bad. Like, everything that happened recently, it just all so bad. Like, if anybody gets that for a regional in Europe, like, people are going to cry about it, and rightfully. First of March, okay. It's just wild. Honestly, I don't understand. Let's Ice Beam them. Only flyer other than Gliscor to beat Basti, yeah. It's just, I don't understand. Like, I do get that regionals are, like, maybe sometimes a cool one, but, like, this one specifically is so good for PvP. It's so good. Like, why do you have to hide it there? Oh, he throws sad. With the triple ice video from like 1 month, I still didn't send it. True. Never send it to me. How could you? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Please don't be focus blast. Please don't be focus blast. Please don't be focus blast. Otherwise it was stupid. It was focus blast. I'm so stupid. It most likely cost me the game now. Unless I do enough damage that Shadow Ball going to knock them straight out of here. I don't think it does, but we will find out. Hawlucha. We're talking about. No, come on. If I just didn't catch the move, I would have been fine as well, by the way, because I had enough energy, which I didn't know. So, great for me. I guess in the first 2 weeks you're going to be totally fine with that team as well. Not gonna use anything for that. I think we're still one set left. But it's honestly like, yeah, things are wild. My rating is totally perfect. Definitely didn't tank because I was using Wurmple. I think I have one left, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah. Oh wait, what? Did I? Do I? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Final one for this season. Amazing. Think they will, like I don't really think they will. I think they're just going to keep it. Like, not giving him Flying Press would be completely weird, and I don't know if they would give it Air Slash because Wing Attack just doesn't make more sense there. I don't know. They might change to Sky Attack. That might be the case, but like otherwise, that's like it's Hawlucha is like such a good Pokemon for this one. I don't really expect them to change it. Not gonna lie. It's just like I don't understand. Honestly, it's just frustrating at this point of time. Don't lose that. That's very close there, of course, but a little bit late for the push. A little bit late. Like Hawlucha looks insanely strong in the meta right now. What they're bringing in? They're going to bring in the Deoxys. They're going to go straight. They have to go straight for a chart move here. Or they let us go through, I don't know. I don't mind. It's too strong. Let me just see real quick. Like I checked it before as well, and I think it was very strong, but okay, I see it right now as well. What you saw? Okay, that's amazing. I don't know how it is in the current meta. We actually hard wall opponent here. Goodbye, opponent. See ya. Please leave already. Please, I don't want to fight against you anymore. Please just get out of here. Thank you. Hawlucha actually is even decent in the Ultra League, I think. You can run it fully XL and it's also really decent there. But yeah, Hawlucha going to be kinda wild. It only has 1775 in terms of the stat product, which is not really that decent. But it literally beats the top 7 Pokemon on PvPog. Like, honestly, the top 7. It's like... yeah, that's wild. Going to have to ask for someone that's from Mexico that they might be able to showcase it for me, but it's just I don't understand Niantic. I just like it's literally a complete core breaker for the current meta, and it's one of the best Pokemon to have right now. So good job there. Beats Registeel, beats Scrafty, beats Stunfisk, beats Swampert, beats Medicham, beats Bastion, beats Trevenant, beats Lickitung, beats Mandibuzz, beats Umbreon, beats Diggersby, beats Vigoroth. Amazing. Good thing nobody gonna get this. Slacker Spotlight Hour is already over for me. I only realized after it was gone already. But I didn't really want to have it anyway. Azumarill. Actually, Azumarill loses against it as well, I think. In like 2 shields, I would guess. Like, Azumarill would lose against it if you run Poison Jab. which is kind of funny. This is a thing that I also feel like is something that Niantic really has to change. Giving people that are not like Legend, even like Legend people don't get anything, but people that are like still in like 2000 or rating and don't know if they really want to stay playing there, give them some motivation by like quest or whatever to do for it. I don't know why there is no something like a battle pass or whatever that actually has some quest to do and not just gives you randomly a little bit of Stardust, which doesn't really help you that much either. It's just wild. You missed an official announcement for it that it's going to be only available in Mexico. Yep, Azumarill loses 2 shields, knew it. You just outspeeded too much for that. But yeah, Hawlucha going to be very, very strong, but only available in countries that are not really accessible for most people. So I'm going to fly to Mexico just to get in Hawlucha for regionals. Easy. Seems worth it for me at least. It's going to be an awkward one. It's just wild. I actually don't know. Like I just don't feel it. Right now I was so demotivated to do videos today as well. I was waiting for the new announcement. Was like, hell yeah, I can do like best teams, Great League, best teams for the new cup coming out, whatever the next cup going to be. And after I saw it, I was just sitting there. I was like, okay, why the hell am I doing this stuff anymore? just awkward. Maybe global research, they would never do that. We just have to hope that for regionals that they ban it or something. Like, if they don't ban it, like, I don't really understand, like, how we are supposed to deal with that one. More to say than the season is other than bullshit. Isn't it more to say that one of the best Pokemon is region locked right now to Mexico? That's more what I would say. I find the region lock of Hawlucha even more annoying than the current season here. When is Hawlucha going to be released? Tomorrow! Why do they let this move go through? They had easily a chance of winning this. People. Please. Please. What were the league move updates that they changed last minute? Counter getting nerfed. Stone Edge getting buffed. Dig getting buffed. Seed Bomb getting nerfed. Dazzling Beam getting nerfed, I saw something about EQ as well, where I don't know how correct it was. There was like basically two update lists that were basically leaked before. One very early and one then a little bit later. And I think they just changed it maybe because people were leaking it, I don't know. But the main thing would have been a counter nerf, which I would really appreciate, to be fair. I think counter nerf is something that is kind of needed even. Give like something else that beats steel some update, like I don't know, some ground type moves or whatever, give them an update, but I feel like you really need a steel type nerf right now. Not steel type nerf, counter nerf. Because counter is just doing so much damage. It doesn't matter, Medicham just beats through Noctowl even. It's just too strong for it. Like either nerf counter or ban Medicham from at least from the tournaments. Those two options are really there. Mud Step buff. Would appreciate it. I don't think Mud Step buff would really make this too broken. Maybe like a charm with a little bit more energy. Is there a global research? I couldn't really see the news yet for. Like if there's a global research for Hawlucha, that would be amazing, but I didn't see the news for it yet at least. Buff Metal Claw. Definitely something I would also appreciate. Like, especially for like the Aaron line. And for people who say then, oh, Dialga are going to be so good if they buff Metal Claw. As soon as you give Dialga Metal Claw, you're going to lose against other Dragon type Pokemon. It's just not going to be really viable for it. I checked actually some Metal Claw changes as well on my own version of PvPoke, and like Dialga seemed worse than with Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath was already better. Goodbye, Altaria. G-Force also has Metal Claw, but G-Force also has Mud Shot, which just generates energy way faster, so like even then I don't think that G-Force would really appreciate it having Earthquake, which is the best damaging source it has, which you kind of want to reach fast. Like Astonish, Hex, Metal Claw, all stuff that I would like to buff. Struggle Bug or like any in general, Bug type Fast Move I would like to buff, because Bug types are kind of completely horrible. Like, give us a better Infestation, give us a better Bug Bite, something like this. Like, I don't know, Struggle Bug, Bug Bite, whatever. Like, there are so many Bug moves, they are all kind of horrible. I know Bug is like one of the early types in the game, and Bug shouldn't be a good typing itself, but just give it still some good moves. Like, I would like to see something like this, because it could also kind of break the meta. I don't know. I feel like, at least, that there was so much potential. It's in general a theme that I could say every time, every season. There's so much potential, but of course Niantic didn't take this. It's also something I would appreciate if there was like something like regionals from Friendship X. That would be something that would be really cool. Like if you add into 7 kilometer X something like, oh, from people from Europe they're gonna get their regional, or from people from Mexico they're gonna get the Hawlucha. Like stuff like this would be amazing, but sadly it's not the case. Actually, also, like, I think they just want to have some Pokemon more exclusive so they can feature it in events where people can pay for it. That's basically the main reason for it all. People Poke Sims, they Jelly uses 2 as to Charizard with Surf instead of Bubblebee, and it's kind of funny. It's also kind of funny as they're going to swap out here. Kinda have to. Going to shield this one as well, because I can debuff them, hopefully. It's kind of an awkward scenario right now. I would love to have them completely differently aligned, but kind of have to take what I get. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to talk about the recent event there with the Johto Tour, but also there, I hatched every time with 9 incubators in all the eggs that I could hatch. I got one shiny in, I think, in total 100 and something eggs that I hatched. Like, it was not all like 10 kilometer eggs, of course, but like, I think I had hatched more than 100 in total. They kept Noctowl because of the championship. I think they are not changing the meta anymore because of the championship coming up. Pretty sure they're not changing that anymore. Yes, it would be insanely broken. Hawlucha is going to be very, very strong in the open Great League meta, but why would Niantic care? I didn't get a single shiny all Hoenn Tour. It's such a scam. I actually got 39 shinies, which I guess I'm fine with, but basically nearly all of them were boosted ones, where like the chance was 1 in 60 or whatever, 1 in 20. Like I had like 8 Gulpin or something, a ton of stuff from raids, which I didn't do anymore on the second day. I mainly tried to get more Stardust, of course, just to get more Stardust for the new cool move updates, which then turned out to be completely horrendous, so like it didn't really matter, but yeah. That was wild. I got a wild Shando Latios. That's kind of wild. A friend of mine got a wild shiny Shando Latias, so like the opposite. Of course, the worst possible lead. Finally, we faced it as well, but like it was kind of something that we expected we would face eventually. I think I survived 1 earthquake. It's Hydro anyway. Nice. Did like almost 40 raids. Had instants on the other time, no shinies. Actually, the craziest stuff is still that I don't have a shiny version of Tapu Lele. I got 100 raids done for Tapu Lele and didn't get a shiny. For 100 raids. It's completely wild. I did so many of them. And this Pokemon doesn't even do anything and didn't get even the move update that it deserved. Like, why? Why do we have to do that? who plays Catch Cup. Oh, the Catch Cup. Did you see that actually? The Catch Cup was even worse than I thought. It's just the Pokemon that you catch during the last week of the season. Like, it's not even through the entire season, which I thought would be the reason for the Catch Cup. But no, it's just for the last week of it. It's completely, like, who is playing the Catch Cup? Like, why doesn't make sense? Yeah, 100 rates, no shiny. It's wild. I didn't even get a good Pokemon either. Like, it took me around 1000 rates to get my next Hundo, which now was the Kyogre I can actually swap, like, quit out of here. Just end the stream as well, like, later. But, I didn't get anything from that. I can actually go through my Pokemon as well. I kind of want to take a look at the legendaries that I have in my, what's it called, in my Pokedex. And see how many I did from them all, because I don't even know that. Going to save my set for tomorrow. Here, save for tomorrow. Pokedex. Kind of want to see the legendaries that I have. For those I didn't do that much. I guess like they weren't really in raids recently. I kind of want to get the XL Kidney, especially for the other one. One hand, like I don't have a Hundo from this. I have a Hundo Zapdos from Go Battle League, which is kind of funny. I didn't get a Moltres yet, but I could get a Moltres. I think I could purify a Shadow one that would get to 100%, which is cool. For Mewtwo, I got mine from Go Battle League as well as a Shundo, which is cool. Mew, I didn't get anything good, of course. I don't have this. I have this one from Raid Day, which we had. I don't have this one. I have this one from Purifying one from the research that we got. Like the Apex version, I have that in Hundo. I had a Ho-Oh, basically, like I got a Hundo Ho-Oh, but like I couldn't catch it back in the day. Even though I had like Excellent and Golden Rest the entire time, but this was back in the day when we had in general less boards for raids, so I got 100 from that, which fled sadly. I don't have a Hundo from you, I don't have a Hundo from you, but I do have a Hundo from Registeel, which I rated way more for the XL Candy. I don't have a Hundo from you, I don't have a Hundo from you, even though I've seen 292. Did I actually see, like, this must be bugged. Like, there's no way that I saw so many. Like, this must be completely bugged from the recent event. Like, there's no way. Also, how did I see so many... Like, this must have been, like, some kind of error from the recent event. There's no way that I didn't catch that many Pokemon. Like, that's no way. Like, literally no way. It's kind of wild. I got a Hundo from this finally, which is also deserved after 220 seen. I didn't get anything good from this. I have 398%, which all have 14 attack, which is kind of horrible. I didn't get a Hundo from this, which I rated over 150, I think, during this event now. Amazing. I did get a Hundo from this one, I think the defense form or whatever. Or actually, I think one of the other forms. I think the normal form I got a Hundo from, which also I guess is deserved. I got a Hundo Cresselia. I didn't get the Hundo... I actually had a Hundo Giratina recently also, but I couldn't catch it either. For normal reasons again, I tried to catch it perfectly, but it didn't work. But I got a Hundo from this one, but also deserved after 250 seen, I guess. I want to have Regigigas back in raids. I want to have Heatran back in raids. Don't have a Palkia. Got a Dialga from trading. Got a Hundo Darkrai actually in doing the Gophers last time. Didn't get a Hundo, didn't get a Hundo, didn't get a Hundo. Did get a Hundo, I think. I got the Therian form as a Hundo. Didn't get 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 a Hundo. I don't think I got a Hundo from this one either, even though I did some raids. I actually think I'm more unlucky. Let me see my Hundo legendaries real quick, and then we can also end the stream. This was a nice talking stream. I appreciate everybody who was here. That's the Shundo that I have. That's not shiny that I wanted to have. I wanted legendary. I got the Zamazenta still. The Tornadoes I got. I actually got 2 Zapdos, so I forgot about this one. Kanto Cup and... Raid. Okay. Yeah, that's basically only what I have. I think I have still some Ultra Beasts though. Ultra Beasts and Mythical. And then we have way more with Nihilego, Buzzwole, the Darkrai, more Nihilego, Katana, Deoxys defense actually. I actually have 2 Deoxys in Hundo. But yeah. That's going to be it for the stream. Thanks all for hanging out today. really annoying news today several times, so yeah, that's kind of wild. I might make a video about Hawlucha, I have to see about this, but thanks so for joining today. I hope I see you on the next one, and I hope I see you in general for the new season. Best teams hopefully tomorrow, but we have to see about that. Bye bye!